Welcome to Newton's Petra Extramural Academy channel. This channel is created to assist the elementary and the secondary school students in learning various concepts in mathematics, physics, and other science-related subjects. So in today's video, we are going to be solving and explaining in details problems on simultaneous equation using elimination method. We will analyze elimination method to your best understanding. So if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe, like, comment and share. Also, don't forget to press the notification button to receive every new video we will be dropping on this channel. So let's get started. Solving simultaneous equation using elimination method. Simultaneous equation. So we recall from our previous class, that's lesson 1, where we discuss equation and types of equation. And we define equation as a mathematical statement that shows equality between two or more expressions. Now we have several types of equation. We have linear equation, quadratic equation, cubic equation, quartic equation, radical equation, rational equation, differential equation, and parametric equation. So in today's class, we are going to discuss the linear equation in relation to simultaneous equation. That is, two linear equations with two different variables. We are going to discuss the various methods in solving simultaneous equation. So what is simultaneous equation? Simultaneous equation is an equation that involves two or more quantities whose value is to be determined at the same time. So we have an example of simultaneous equation. We have x minus y equals to 13, x plus y equals to 5. This is an example of simultaneous equation. Also, we have 4c plus 3d equals to 4 and 2c minus 5d equals to 15. So we have several methods used in solving simultaneous equation. We have elimination method, substitution method, graphical method, and Cramer's rule method. So in today's class, we're going to start with elimination method. Before we solve simultaneous equation, there are some steps we need to apply. And step 1 says, label your equations and rearrange. Step 2, get the same number of the coefficient of x or y. Step 3, eliminate x or y using operation plus or minus. Step 4, solve for x or y in the equation. Step 5, substitute in the value you have found to find the other values. Step 6, check if your answer is correct or not. So we are going to start with the following examples. Question 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, solving simultaneous equation using elimination method. Before we solve simultaneous equation and we apply our elimination method, we need to apply or follow the following rule. Rule 1 says, label your equation and rearrange. Now, how can you label your equation? Write equation 1 and equation 2. Now, you have labeled your equation. The next one says rearrange. In a case whereby you are having 2x plus y equals to 13, and the other one is saying y equals to 2x plus 3. What you need to do is to rearrange and let x come before y, then you have your constant. Now, having this expression, you rearrange and you label equation 1 and 2. The next thing you need to do is to get the same number of the coefficient of x or y. Get the same number of the coefficient of x and y. Now, why do you need to get the coefficient of x and y to be the same? The reason is that when you want to perform your addition or your subtraction to eliminate one variable, you won't have problem in the process of adding and subtracting. So you need to make the same number of the coefficient of x and y. You need to make them to be the same so as for you to eliminate completely. Now the next thing is eliminate x or y using operation plus or minus. Now you can use addition or subtraction to eliminate the variable x or the variable y, depending on the one you are finding first. Now the next thing you need to do, your step 4 says solve for x or y in the equation. Now after getting the value for x, you say substitute x into equation 2 so as for you to get your y. Or you are getting y first, you say substitute y into equation 2 or 1 to get your x. So that's the next step. Your step 5 says substitute in the value you have found to find the other value. I've just said earlier. After getting the value of x or y, you substitute the value into equation 1 or equation 2, depending on your choice. Now you substitute it. After substituting it, you now solve for the other variable, either variable x or variable y. Then after that, after getting your answer, you need to check if your answer is correct or not by substituting the value of x and y into any equation of your choice. Now, after substituting it, your sum should be equals to the sum you have in the equation. Just as we have 15 here, after substituting the value of x and y, it must give you 15. Now, let's go. The first example says solve x plus y equals to 13 and x minus y equals to 15 using elimination method. Now, our step 1. Step 1 says you should what? Label your equation. So I have what? I have my x plus y equals what? 13 and x minus y equals what? 15. So I will label this one equation 1 and equation what? Equation 2. I've just labeled. The next thing says get the same number of the coefficient of x or y. Now, looking at this expression, the coefficient of x in equation 1 is the same thing as the coefficient of x in equation 2. So I don't need to what? I don't need to perform any other exercise to make the coefficient the same. Now, since we are having the same coefficient of x and y, my next step says I should what? Eliminate the x or y using operation plus or minus. So I will say subtract. Now therefore, subtract equation 1 from equation 2. What is my equation 2? I have x minus y equals to 15 minus my equation 1, x plus y equals to what? To 13. So the question says, the examiner says we should what? We should subtract. Now I can choose to use what? Plus or minus. Now I want to use plus. So I have 15 plus 13 is going to give me 28 equals to minus y plus y is going to give me what? It's going to give me 0. That is minus plus plus is going to be what? Be minus. So this will be y minus what? Minus y. It's just like you're having plus y minus y. That will give you what? 0. So you have 0 here plus x plus s will give me 2x. Now that I'm having 2x equals to what? To 28. The next thing I need to do is to what? Is to divide both sides by 2, which is the coefficient of x. So I'll be having 2x over 2 equals to 28 over 2. Divide both sides by 2, we have x equals to 2 here 1, 2 here 1, 4. So my final answer here is what? Is 14 for x. So my x is 14. The next thing I need to do is to what? Say substitute x into equation 1. You can use any equation of your choice. So what is our equation 1? Our equation 1 is x plus y equals what? 13. So anywhere I see x, I will put my what? My 14. 14 plus y equals what? 13. So the next thing I need to do is to what? Collect the like terms or I rearrange. So I have y equals to 13 minus what? Minus 14. Equals to 13 minus 14. So y will be equals to minus 1. Now, I'll say, therefore, x, y equals to, my x is 14 and my y is minus 1. So let's check now. The last step says we should check. Check using equation 2. You can use any equation. I'm using equation 2, 15. Now, x plus y must give me 15. So now let's go. My x is what? Is 14 minus my y is what? Minus 1 in brackets. So note that minus times minus equals to what? To plus. Please take note of that. So therefore, we are having 14 plus 1, which will give me what? Which will give me 15. Which is the 15 here. So that means our answer is correct. So our example 2 says, solve 4c plus 3d equals to 4 and 2c minus 5d equals to 15 using elimination method. Now, looking at this question, none of the coefficients of these variables are the same. None of them are the same. So what does our first rule say? Our first rule says label your equation and rearrange. So our first step says label your equation. So we have 4c plus 3d equals what? 4. I will name this one equation 1. Then 2c minus 5d equals what? 15. I will name this one equation 2. Now the next step says get the same number of the coefficient of x and y. Now how can we get the coefficient of c or d to be the same? Now let's change the coefficient of c to make them to be the same. We multiply the coefficient of c in equation 1 by equation 2. I will multiply the coefficient of c in equation 2 by equation 1. So we have 2 and 4. What is my equation 1? 4c plus 3d equals to 4. 2c minus 5d equals to 15. Now, let's make the coefficient of c here to be the same. 2 times 4 will give me what? 8c plus 2 times 3, that will give me 6d plus 6d equals to 2 times 4, that will be 8. The next one is 4 times 2c, that will give me 8c. 4 times minus 5d, that will give me minus 20d equals to 4 times 15, that will give me 60. That will give me 60. So I have my equation 1 again, and I have my equation 2. So what do I need to do? Subtract equation 1 from equation 2. So we have 8c minus 20d equals to 60 minus 8c plus 6d equals to 8. We want to subtract that. Now, 60 minus 8 is going to give me 52 equals to minus 20 minus plus 6. This is what we have. Minus plus minus will give me minus. Minus plus minus will give me what? Minus. So minus 20 minus plus d will give me minus 26d. 8c minus 8c will give me 0. So now I'm having minus 26d equals to what? 52. What do I need to do? You say divide both sides. Divide both sides by minus 26. So you'll be having minus 26d divided by minus 26 equals to 52 over minus 26. So we cancel out here. So d will be equals to 26 in 26 is 1. 26 can goes in 52 how many times? 2 times. So my final answer will be minus 2. That is your d. The next thing you do says substitute in the value you have found to find the other value. So we substitute, we say substitute d into equation, let's take equation 2, into equation 2. Substitute d into equation 2. What's our equation 2? We have 8c minus 20d equals to what? 60. 8c minus 20d equals to 60. So anywhere I see d, I will put my what? My minus 2. So we have 8c minus 20 minus 2. Close the bracket, 60. So 8c minus 20 times minus 2. Note that minus times minus equals to what? To plus. So we have 8c plus 40 equals to what? 60. The next thing you need to do is to what? Collect the like terms. So you will be having 8c equals to 60 minus what? 40. 8c equals to 60 minus 40 is going to give you 20. It's going to give you 20. So the next thing you need to do is what? Divide both sides by 8, which is the coefficient of 6. So you have 8c divided by 8 equals to 20 divided by what? By 8. cancel out here. 4 here is 2, 4 here is 5. So your C equals to 5 over 2. So therefore, CD equals to, your D is minus 2, so your C is 5 over 2, minus 2. That is the value of what? Of C and D. So we can check. Let's check. Let's use equation 1 to check. So we have 4C plus 3D equals to, let's assume that we don't know our value now. So we have 4 in bracket 5 over 2 plus 3 in bracket minus 2. Everything should give us the value we have here. So we have 4 times 5 over 2 minus 2 times plus 3. That's plus 3 times minus 2 is going to give me minus 6. So 2 here is 2, 2 here is 1. So I have 2 times 5 minus 6. So 2 times 5 is what? Is 10 minus 6. That will give me 4. So that means our answer is correct. Solve 3x plus 2y equals to 10 and x plus 2y equals to 2 using elimination method. Now to solve this equation simultaneously, we need to take note of the step. The first step says label your equation and rearrange. So we need to label our equation 3x plus 2y equals to 10. I label this as equation 1. And x plus 2y equals to 2. I take this one as equation 2. Now after labeling it, the next thing I need to do is what? Get the same number of the coefficient of x or y. Here, the coefficient of x is different from the coefficient of x in equation 2. Here, the coefficient of y in equation 1 is the same thing as the coefficient of y in equation 2. So I don't need to change any coefficient again because I have the same coefficient. So the next thing I need to do here is to what? Is to subtract. Equation 2 from equation 1. Now we want to subtract equation 2 from equation 1. So we have 3x plus 2y equals to 10. X plus 2y equals to what? 2. Subtract. 10 minus 2 is what? Is 8. 2y plus 2y minus 2y is going to give me 0. That is plus minus plus. It's going to give me minus. So 3x minus x here. The coefficient of x here is 1. You need to take note of that the coefficient of x here is 1. So we have 3x minus 1x. That will give me what? 2x. So I'll be having 2x equals to 8. The next thing I need to do is to what? Divide both sides. Divide both sides. Both sides by 2, which is the coefficient of x. So I have 2x over 2 equals to 8 over 2. 2 here. So I have x equals to 2 here 1, 2 here 4. X equals to 4. So my next step says solve for x. We have already solved for x. Substitute the value you have found to find the other value. We want to find the value of y. So we substitute. We say substitute x into equation. You can choose any equation of your choice. I choose equation 1. So what is my equation 1? My equation 1 is 3x plus 2y equals to what? Equals to 10. So anywhere I see x, I'll just put my 4. That will be 3 in bracket 4 close bracket plus 2y equals to what? 10. Now 3 times 4. 3 times 4 will give me 12 plus 2y equals 10. The next thing I need to do is to what? Collect the like terms. So I have 2y equals to 10 minus 12. 10 minus 12. So I'll be having 2y. Equals to minus 2. The next thing I need to do is to divide both sides by 2, which is the coefficient of y. So I have 2y over 2 equals to minus 2 over 2. 2 cancel out 2 here. So y will be equals to 2 here 1, 2 here 1. So y will be equals to minus 1 because 1 over 1 will still give you 1. So y equals to minus 1. So I will say x y equals to, my x is 4, my y is minus 1. My x is 4, my y is minus 1. So I check. Let's check. Let's use equation 2 to check. X plus 2y, it must give us 2. So let's check. 4 plus 2 in bracket minus 1. So 2 times minus 1 will give me minus 2. So 4 minus 2 will give me 2. So that means our answer is correct. So our example 4 says, solve 4x plus y equals to 10 and 3y equals to 2x minus 19 using elimination method. Now in this case, you can see that the second equation here is not well arranged, because we're having 4x plus y equals to 10, but this one is saying 3y equals to 2x minus 19. Now our first step says label your equation and rearrange. Label your equation and rearrange. Now let's rearrange. Let's label our equation and rearrange. So we have 4x plus y equals to what? 10. This is my equation 1. Now the next one says 3y equals to 2x minus 19. Now let's rearrange. We need to rearrange. So we're going to be having 3y minus 2x equals to minus 19. Now we can now say, let's rearrange. We have minus 2x plus 3y equals to 19, equals to minus 19. So this is our equation 2. We label this one as what? As equation 2. Let's make the coefficient of what? Of x to be the same. We need to make the coefficient of x to be the same. We're going to multiply this equation 2 by minus 2 so as to make this coefficient of x here to be the same thing as what? As the coefficient of x in equation 1. We multiply this by minus 2. So we have minus 2 times minus 2x will give me what? Plus 4x. Minus 2 times plus 3y will give me minus 6y equals to minus 2 times minus 19 plus 38. It's going to give me plus 38. Now, I will take this one as well as our equation 2 now. Now that they are having 4 and 4 and the same, so all I need to do is to say subtract. Subtract equation 1 from equation 2. So I'll be having 4x minus 6y equals to 38 minus 4x plus y equals to what? 10. Let's subtract. So 38 minus 10 is going to give us 28 equals to minus 6 minus plus y. That's minus plus. Minus plus is going to give us what? Minus. Take note of that. So this one will be minus 7y and 0. So we have minus 7y equals to 28. We divide both sides. Both sides by minus 7, which is the coefficient of y. So I'll be having minus 7y over minus 7 equals to 28 over minus 7. So my y will now be equals to, now 7 can go in 28 how many times? 7 can go in 28 how many times? It can go 4 times. So I'll be having 7 here 1, 7 here 4. So I'll be having minus 4. My y is minus 4. Now, the next thing you need to do is to say substitute y into equation, you can take any equation of your choice, equation 1. And what is my equation 1? 4x plus y equals to 10. Anywhere I see y now, I will be putting I'm going to insert my minus 4. So I have 4x minus 4 equals to 10. So collect the like terms. you have 4x equals to 10 plus 4. 4x equals to 14. Divide both sides by 4. Divide both sides by 4. So you have, which is the coefficient of x? 4x over 4 equals to 14 over 4. Now x will be equals to 4. 4 can go in 14 how many times? It can go 3 remainder 2. It can go 3 remainder 2. Now 4 can go in 20 how many times? It can go 5 times. So it will be 3.5. So 14 divided by 4 is going to give us 3.5. So therefore, my x y value is equals to 3.5, and what is our y? Minus 4. That is our y. Now let's check if our answer is correct. Check. Let's use equation 2. I'll use equation 2, which is 4x minus 6y equals to 38. Now we know that it is 38, but I'm going to erase the 38. So I'll be having 4, what is my x? 3.5, close the bracket, minus 6 minus 4. So 4 times 3.5. 4 times 3.5, you have your 3.5 times 4. This will give you 20, you know your 2. 4 times 3, that was 12 plus this, that will give you 14. So it will be 14.0. Minus 6 times minus 4 is going to give us what? Plus 24. So 14 plus 24 now is going to give us 38, which is the 38 we have in equation 1. So our answer is correct.